Alrighty, so today we're going to be having a look at the law of total probability. So the law of total probability looks like this. The probability of B is equal to the probability of A and B plus the probability of A dash and B. And we can think about it most easily using a Venn diagram. The area we want, or the space we want, is B. So we could break that into two bits. We could have this little section here and this little section here. If we could work out those two separately, then we could just add them up together. Now we already know what this little shape here is. That's just A intersection with B, which is this part right here. The second bit's a little bit more interesting. This little section is, in fact, not A union with B. Now, if we're not 100% sure of that, which is perfectly fine, let's just quickly show that that works. Let's use pink. So what would not A be? Well, not A would be the entire thing except for A, and then B would be this little section here. Where's the overlap? Well, it's exactly where we thought it should be. So therefore, we can quickly see that this is our current setup. And if we add those two things together, well, guess what we're going to get? We're going to get B, because basically we've split B into its two bits. So let's look at a problem where we can use this. So a research laboratory has 400 employees, of whom 220 are scientists. 15% of the scientists and 20% of the non-scientists are managers. Calculate the probability that a randomly selected employee of the company is a manager. So let's put some notation. Let's call S is scientist, and we'll say M is manager. Alrighty. So we would like to work out what's the probability of a manager. Well, we could work that out if we knew how many managers there were. They were just going managers over total, but we don't actually know how many managers there are. So let's use this rule instead. So it's going to be the probability of managers intersected with scientists plus the probability of managers intersected with non-scientists. Well, the first one's quite easy to work out. How many managers are scientists? Well, there are 220 scientists, and 15% of those scientists are managers. So 15 over 100, 0.15 times 220. That's going to give us how many of the scientists are managers. But then it says, well, how are we going to work out the other section? Well, the other section is 20% of the non-scientists. Well, how many non-scientists? Well, if there's 220 scientists and there's 400 employees in total, well, it's going to be pretty easy to work out. It's just going to be 220 off 400, which is 180. And of those 180, 0.2 of them are managers. Problem, none of this is probabilities yet. So I've also got to divide that by 400 and divide that by 400. And now, all into a calculator, we can work it out, which gives us a total of 69 out of 400 are managers. And that's it. That's the whole question. See you in the next one. Goodbye.